The third North American Chinese Startup and Talent Summit kicked off on Saturday at the Santa Clara Convention Center. The event was hosted by TEEC, the U.S.-China Association of High-Level Professionals, and HISTA. After a 3-month-long contest, 23 startup companies attended the conference with a chance to win $100,000 of venture capital.
So we are very interested in this connection with China, so we were very excited when we saw this conference and the competition as a chance to make introductions, to get a better idea of the culture, and also to prove our concept by being in a competition. We've been in 3 other competitions and we have won every one of them so far with the concept, with our startup, and with the process, and with the whole idea of music education. So very exciting to be here, and it's much larger than we expected it to be and much more professionally organized. So we're very excited to be here to compete.
Jeff Rothschild, the Vice President of Technology at Facebook, was the guest keynote speaker and gave a speech about the strategy of starting a small business in Silicon Valley. Rothschild said that startups should work fast because the market moves fast and should make sure to hire the right people. Many important industry leaders were in attendance, and the event was full of business professionals. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. The first week of 2013 saw Chinese stocks climb for a 5th week in New York, as manufacturing data added to signs the economy is recovering, and as the U.S. budget deal boosted China's second-largest trading partner. Early January data shows manufacturing still expanding for the 3rd month in a row, and Asia's largest economy set to grow 8.1% this year. China's housing market is also seeing a jump, with SoFun Holdings, the country's biggest real estate website owner, adding 12% this week. The solar power industry is also seeing growth, with Suntech and LDK, the world's 2 largest solar panel makers, both seeing 6-month highs. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Scientists and emergency planners are looking at earthquake trends and trying to find when the next big quake could hit California. Seismologists have warned Southern California that a major quake on the lower San Andreas Fault is inevitable, but recently it has been suggested that both Northern and Southern California could be hit at the same time. A section of the San Andreas Fault previously thought to stop earthquakes from expanding in Central California could actually not be enough to stop a large quake. The California Emergency Management Agency is reviewing the study and already has plans in place for responding to earthquakes in both Southern California and the San Francisco Bay Area. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. The Beijing Municipal Environment Protection Bureau has adopted emergency response measures in some areas to deal with heavy pollution. Many outdoor activities have been halted in schools, and construction was suspended at 28 sites around Beijing. 54 businesses reduced their emissions by 30%, including Beijing Hyundai Motor Company halting production on Sunday. The pollution, coming from vehicle waste and coal burning, has built up over time in recent windless days. Doctors have noted that the number of patients with respiratory diseases has jumped sharply in the past few days. Since the beginning of the year, real-time air quality monitoring data has been made available for citizens to see at the request of the public. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. The 70th Golden Globe Awards, hosted by Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, were held in Beverly Hills on Sunday. The show brings together the stars of both movies and television for a more lighthearted style of awards. Jodie Foster was given the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Lifetime Achievement in the film business. Best Director and Best Picture were given to Ben Affleck and his movie Argo, which came as a surprise to many. The big winner in TV was the Showtime drama Homeland, which also earned its stars Damian Lewis and Claire Danes Best Actor awards. Even former President Bill Clinton came to the show to introduce clips from the movie Lincoln. The show stirred up some high hopes for what is to come in the Oscars. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. United Airlines announced today at the San Francisco International Airport the launch of daily year-round service between its hub at SFO and Taiwan Taoyuan International Airport in Taipei beginning April 9, 2013. United's Vice President of Atlantic and Pacific Sales went over the details of the service and all United has to offer travelers between Taipei and San Francisco.
We think that this new services between San Francisco and Taipei is going to be wonderful for customers. From San Francisco, we offer nonstop connections to close to 50 cities within America, and we expect to gather customers from those cities and transfer them along this new nonstop flight. These kinds of network linkages we found in the past drive new business opportunities, increases in tourism, and also other economic development that will be beneficial both for San Francisco and Taipei.
Also announced were special round-trip fare prices for a limited time. Fares of $888 for United Economy and $3,888 for United Business First will be offered through February 2nd, 2013. United will also offer double award miles on round-trip flights through June 30th, 2013. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Lance Armstrong will appear in an interview on Thursday with Oprah Winfrey on her network, and will confess that he used performance-enhancing drugs to win the Tour de France. The interview was filmed Monday when Armstrong reportedly met Oprah at a hotel with his legal team and close advisors. Armstrong was stripped of all 7 of his tour titles last year by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. He has been given a lifetime ban from competing in triathlon and running events, but he hopes that his confession will lower the restrictions. The statute of limitations has run out on his 2005 legal battle over doping, so he will not be facing perjury charges. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Killer whales have recently been seen in the Monterey Bay. The whales are periodic inhabitants of the bay, using the deep underwater canyons to sneak up on prey, including gray whales now passing through on their annual migration. Whale watching tours spotted several killer whales over the weekend, including some hunting sea lions. They could be seen leaping out of the water and tossing their prey high into the air. Peak sighting times for the whales are between the months of April and May, so it's a rare treat. Several species of dolphin can also be seen in the Monterey Bay area year-round, so it's worth taking a look. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Prices are rising on luxury brands in China in what is likely to only be the first of such increases in 2013. Retail analysts expect foreign sellers are trying to make up for a decrease in sales in Europe. Benefit Cosmetics started the upward trend in prices, and companies including Christian Dior SA and Chanel SA will soon be following. The price of all makeup, skincare products, and perfumes is expected to increase by up to 30% in January. Market analysts say that Chinese consumers tend to choose brands that are sold at a discount, so the rise in prices may cause brands to lose customers in the long run. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg unveiled a new search feature on the popular social networking website meant to compete with Google and other rivals such as Yelp and LinkedIn. The new service, called Graph Search, lets users look through their Facebook friends for information, interests, photos, and places. Until now, users were unable to search for friends by hometown or favorite music. Graph Search also operates using natural language. Instead of searching for specific keywords, you can type as if you were asking a question and it will find the relevant information. The service will be gradually rolling out over the course of the year as it still needs some fine-tuning. There are plans in the future to release Graph Search on mobile and in languages other than English. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. Workers are preparing for the annual celebration of the Lantern Festival at the end of the Spring Festival in China. From mid-February to the beginning of March, traditional Chinese lanterns will be lit all around the country to celebrate the coming of the new year. 2013 is the year of the snake, so you can be sure to see a lot of snake-themed lanterns and goods being shown off. The lanterns range in size and shape, and can be anything from a traditional hanging red lantern shaped like a ball to a giant lit-up structure that has moving parts and supports itself. The Lantern Festival is just one of the many glorious celebrations to take place this time of year in China. Yibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco. U.S. national parks will be open to the public free of admission on January 21st, the first of the Park Service's free entrance days for 2013. January 21st is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so many schools will be closed, and it falls on a Monday, so the time is right for a nice 3-day vacation trip to see what nature the country has to offer. The free day covers the 398 properties of the National Park Service, which also includes national monuments, nature preserves, and historic sites. Among the parks in the Bay Area to waive entrance fees is Muir Woods National Monument. Parks will be free again on April 22nd through 26th, then again in August, September, and November. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. Chevron announced today its China subsidiary has gained access to more than 2,200 square miles of crude oil production acreage off the coast of China. The company has entered into contracts with China National Offshore Oil Corporation in the Pearl River mouth basin of the South China Sea. San Ramon-based Chevron says its unit, Chevron China Energy, will hold 100% interest in the 2 offshore exploration blocks. The blocks are in shallow water and cover an area of about 2,233 square miles. Chevron's vice chairman, George Kirkland, was enthusiastic about the access and said that the blocks would build on their strategy of growing their business across the Asia-Pacific region. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. San Jose State University has announced a partnership with Palo Alto-based Udacity Incorporated to offer affordable online classes in an initiative backed by Governor Jerry Brown. The program will begin offering 3 entry-level courses for $150 each starting later this month. Similar classroom-based courses at the university would cost around $620. The effort began this past summer when Governor Brown called Udacity CEO Sebastian Thrun and asked him to develop digital courses for California colleges. The pilot program will enroll about 100 students in each class, targeting high school students, waitlisted community college students, members of the armed forces, and veterans. The University of California Board of Regents is meeting on Wednesday to discuss plans to expand the program to more campuses. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. The Mavericks Invitational will be hosted in Half Moon Bay this Sunday, in the first time in 3 years that the conditions have been worthy of hosting the surfing competition. 24 renowned surfers from around the world will show up to compete for the first place prize of $12,000. The waves are expected to be in very good condition, with sunny skies and no crosswinds. There will be no beach access for spectators this year, but a festival will be held at Oceano Hotel and Spa at Pillar Point Harbor. The competition should be much safer than last year, when numerous spectators were injured when waves swept onto the beach at Pillar Point. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. China has become the world's largest smartphone producer, according to data shown on Wednesday that totaled the country's shipments of smartphones at 224 million units in 2012. Over 730,000 Chinese apps were launched in 2012 on the iPhone, iPod Touch, and iPad platforms, and the number of apps in China Mobile's online mobile marketplace approached 150,000. Beijing-based research firm Analysis International predicted that China's mobile internet market will reach 429.6 billion yuan in 2015. By the end of 2012, China had a total of 564 million internet users, and the number of mobile internet users increased to 420 million, with mobile phones becoming the primary channel for using the internet in China. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. San Francisco supervisors introduced a measure Tuesday to change the name of the San Francisco International Airport to Harvey Milk San Francisco International. A majority of the supervisors would have to sign off on the measure, and if they do, it would also have to be approved by San Francisco voters. Harvey Milk was a city supervisor known for his work in the LGBT community that was assassinated in 1978. There are a lot of people who are not in support of the name change. San Francisco has had many important figures who have done a lot for the city, and many think that it would be not worth spending the money to change the airport to a less recognizable name. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. China has increased its holdings of U.S. Treasury securities to $1.17 trillion, according to the Treasury Department's monthly Treasury International Capital Report on Wednesday. Economists say that the increase is a further sign of Chinese diversification in foreign investments. Luo Jiwei, chairman and CEO of China Investment Corporation, the country's sovereign wealth fund, said that while China will continue to buy U.S. debt, the return on its investment doesn't look promising. He said that U.S. Treasuries are still a safe asset right now, but was wary about continued low interest rates in the U.S. Other countries that share heavy holdings in U.S. debt are Japan, Britain, and the Caribbean. Ibinghe, Johnbergy, ICN, San Francisco. The health ratings of San Francisco restaurants will soon be posted on popular online local directory search and review website Yelp. Yelp is partnering with San Francisco's health department to provide these ratings, along with customer comments. The health department says that this is all in the name of transparency and food safety, and already provides a searchable database for restaurant health scores. San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee will announce the partnership at a national conference of mayors in Washington, D.C. Lee says it's a good way to get government information to the public. San Francisco is the first city in the nation to do this, and New York may follow. Ibing He, John Berge, ICN, San Francisco.